What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bri2J Presents. I'm your host, Bri2J, and today I'm presenting to you the Diamond Select Toys Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai. I want to give a special shout out to my friends at Diamond Select for sending me this figure to review for you guys. So with that being said, strike first, strike hard, no mercy. So, as Johnny Lawrence would say, let's begin. Special shout out once again to my friends over at Diamond Select for sending me over this figure to review for you guys. They sent me both Kreese, LaRusso to go along with Johnny Lawrence. So those figure reviews will be up shortly after this one. So as a fan of the Karate Kid back in the 80s, I remember asking my parents to buy me the Danny and Johnny action figures back then. And I thought they were really cool for, having those ways back. And now, as an adult, I'm collecting the Cobra Kai figures. So it's almost like forever a fan, which I am. And before I get into the figure review, just a quick thing. Cobra Kai, I knew was going to be a hit when I watched the first season on my iPad in my hotel room up in Syracuse, New York. And I flew through the first season because there's never anything on regular TV in a hotel room. So it was cool to check out this show called Cobra Kai. And then the day or so later when I got home, season 2 had dropped on YouTube Red, and I flew through that season. And then there was no season 3, and I was panicking, like most fans of the series, because it's like, well, what's going on? And then, of course, Netflix said, hey, we're going to pick the series up. And, when they were on Netflix, I rewatched those seasons again and then watched season 3, flew through that. Season 4, flew through that. And now season 5 is coming soon, and I cannot wait. And I made you guys wait long enough for me talking about Cobra Kai. So with that being said, again, let's begin. So this figure here looks really awesome. It's just Johnny Lawrence in his plain black gi. Black headband, as he's known for, and it's just a simple plain black gi. Now, the likeness for William Zabka is pretty spot on, I would think. And side note, I actually met him in 2014 after New York Comic Con, and he was super nice. Got a picture with him and everything. Really cool guy. So yeah, William Zabka likeness is there. Certain angles better than others, but I think the likeness is pretty spot on. Now, for the hair, they gave that sandy overtone, overlayer thing to, I forget the proper word, but you know what I mean? It's like they took some brown and blonde color paint and painted over, I guess gray or white or something to give the modern day look on Johnny, where he's, gray in the blonde. So that looks really good. Now, one thing that I just actually really noticed is the piercing blue eyes on the figure, because William Zabka does have piercing blue eyes. So that's pretty cool that they got that exact. Rather than just put a black dot, which is traditional on figures. I think when companies really don't care, but that's my personal opinion. As for the gi, it's a matte black. The tie for the belt is a pliable material, but it is a sculpt, right? So this is not, but the rest is sculpted around. It's fine. You don't need anything loose. The flesh tone, I think, is proper. I have a protruding peg on this arm here, on the right arm. I'm going to have to heat this up and push this in. I fixed pegs before, so I'm not complaining. This is fine. I fixed a McFarlane Batman figure not too long ago, so I know how to work pegs. Yeah, there's no paint bleed, not even with the gi. So the gi is sculpted, and then you get the neck here. Yeah, the flesh tone on the feet is fine. See, I got a loose left arm, but I think a little bit of hot water will fix that as well. Nothing on the back, just a peg hole. And there's a display base. So if you want to have him posed proper without him falling over, you got a display base, which I'll talk about when I talk about accessories. The headband is a loose, pliable material there, but the rest sculpted just like the belt would be. There's some wrinkle sculpts, which I think is pretty cool all the way around the figure. I do like the way that the pants kind of drag a bit right there. So that's pretty cool as well. That's it for really the figure outside of articulation, which I'll talk about now. So the head is on a ball peg. You can look down about that far, only up about that far, so not really. Some, rotation, of course. There's a little bit of wobble to get left and right, but it's not perfect. But they're not superheroes, and not like he's doing any jump kicks. He's an older man. His arms, mine are a bit tight, and I've heated this guy up a lot. But his arms can do the T-pose. I'm just not going to risk it on camera because they are tight. You can probably hear it. You got the squeak all the way around. So his arms do rotate. Double jointed elbows and bicep swivel. So you can see the peg right there. It's just protruding. So I'll fix that this weekend with a little bit of hot water. It's not a big deal once again. Wrist rotation, because the wrists are on a swivel and a hinge. Diaphragm joint. Can't really do any crunches. Can go back about that far. There is waist articulation. He can do the splits, but this thing will get in the way. This is pliable. Not as pliable as the belt, but it does have a split, so you don't have to really worry. Back about that far, forward about that far. Thigh cut, double jointed knees, but only go about there. So no heel to butt, which is fine. You might break a hip. Articulation on the feet, so you do have some rocker, and they do go up and down. So, yeah, so a solid figure. I mean, I'm really happy that I have some Cobra Kai stuff because, again, as a fan of the series, as a long life fan of the whole, the movies, yeah, it's really great to have a Johnny action figure once again in his lifetime. So as for accessories, so in the box, this is not how he comes, right? So these are just the default fist I put on for the beginning of this video. But he does have other hands, which I think is cool. He does have his infamous point. So if you guys watch the show, you guys know that he's always pointing. He has a hand sculpted with his flip phone. I thought he had a tablet, like a smartphone. I could be mistaken. I got to go back, but he's new to technology, so he has his phone, and he's always asking to put a hash brown and refer to like a hashtag on something. The phone sculpt is really nice. No like numbers or whatever, but it's the idea that it's a flip phone that really nicely sculpted. They're all going to be on a hinge here, so that's fine as long these hinges are really sturdy. I do have some extra paint or plastic over the knuckles on this figure. It happens from time to time. It's nothing that a little bit of a quick razor or something, or even just pick at it. It will come right off with some hot water. It's not a big deal. But yeah, that's fine. It happens from time to time on many figures from many lines. You do have this grip hand, this grip hand, which I believe is the other hand he had in the box. So you have that there. And then lastly, you have this karate strike. There we go. You have this karate strike motion right there. So those are, sorry. Those are for his hands. Now, you do have this really cool display base with the Cobra Kai logo. So that's really cool. And then he comes with this here, which is we've seen this on many different figures before. Let me move him out of the way so my camera actually focuses on the task at hand here. You do have this here, and it's the multiple articulated display base, which you could take apart and put into sections and stuff. I'm going to have to alter it, but it is a Phillips head screw that a simple little tighten or loosen will take care of that. My screw looks to be a little bit rusted on there, but that could be from after I put the water on the figure and it dripped onto the screw, so that's nothing to really worry about. And it's cool because you could put it in the hole over here, or if you don't want to use this, there's a peg on the base to just have them stand. So that's really cool. Now, let me show you guys some comparisons with Daniel LaRusso and John Kreese. And really quickly, here's just a comparison between Lawrence with LaRusso and Kreese. So, as you can see, they all scale perfect with each other. So that's cool that if you want to, keep buying figures from this line, they are all going to scale. And then really quickly, let me just show you guys how to do a part swap. So basically, I had them in like karate punches. But if you want to just have him like talk on his phone, simply unplug the hand like so. Here's the hand with the phone. And it's going to be a little tight, so bear with me. Sometimes it causes a scare, but it's nothing to really worry about. It's all about just easing the peg in, because there's that extra little bit of paint which causes an issue on the peg. Hang on, let me do this off camera. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm sorry I had to do that off camera because I didn't want to risk anything, but because the risk factor is there, you just got to be careful, okay? As you can see, it's not fully in. I'm probably going to have to heat him up again. I probably should have heated him up before I did this video, to be honest, but I wanted to give you guys a quick look at Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai. Let me slide this out and see if I could do the one with the point, if that'll be a little bit easier. So, give him his point, because he likes to point. Yeah, you see, it's only that hand for whatever reason, but like this hand, it's fine. This literally popped in and popped out. It could be because this is a little bit stretched now, but it's fine. So yeah, there's Johnny Lawrence doing his point, saying, don't forget to use hash browns, because, that's how technology inept he is. So yeah, so I'm going to wrap this video here. Sorry about the little bit of, issues in the middle of this video, but, it's a review. That's what we do here. Nothing is perfect. I don't have like, green screen and like cinematographers and stuff. It's just me. So yeah, there he is just pointing, and I think this looks great. So yeah, so I'm going to wrap here. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe on the YouTube channel Bri2J Presents, which you could also check out Bri2JPresents.com, where there'll be a link to InnerCityGeeks.net, which is also who I'm affiliated with when it comes to podcasting. I'm the co-host for both the Inner City Geeks podcast as well as the Suplex City Geeks wrestling-based podcast. And of course, you could follow me on social media at Bri2J Presents. That's both on Twitter and Instagram. And I will see you guys in the next one. And remember, strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Peace.